I am Ohannes Gökcihan, Assistant Professor of Comparative Politics, Conflict Resolution, and Political Studies at the American University of Beirut. I am also the chairperson of the Political Studies and Public Administration Department. I have been at AUB for a long time. I studied there. I completed my bachelor's there and then my master's there, and then went to Britain for the PhD. Certainly there was the economic situation. The financial and economic collapse of Lebanon has left a negative impact on us as professors and educators and on our students, certainly including Armenian students. I mean, Armenian students, we cannot ignore them, particularly, I mean, the majority of them belong to middle-class families, and the impact was huge. Online teaching was not easy. We have been facing a number of challenges with the internet cuts in Beirut, Lebanon, electricity cuts. Some left university, some continued, facing immense difficulties, not only financial, but also psychological. I mean, we need to emphasize the psychological impact also. Financial impact and psychological impact, difficulties. There was also a trauma we shouldn't forget. I mean, the explosion of the port, financial collapse, families. I mean, the increase in the number of poor families in Lebanon, even during the civil war years. I mean, we didn't face such difficulties, particularly those students whose families were already outside Lebanon. They preferred to leave. I am uncertain, everybody is uncertain, because we don't know what will the future be. There is no optimism, no political optimism, no economic optimism. So we are in the middle of uncertainty. To talk about my family, for example, I have two sons, but both of them have left. They are not in Lebanon anymore. And this applies to many, many families. No matter what you get, what is your salary, it has become meaningless, because calculated by dollars, I mean, it's meaningless. We are not living a life of dignity. Drinking water, I mean, very simple things. Electricity and education is foundational in any society, not only Lebanon. So that sector was hit and is being hit, and this is very dangerous. If the educational sector is hit, then I am afraid to say that society is hit. I think it should be stressed that there is a brain drain also from Lebanon to outside countries, to the West, to the Gulf. Doctors, medical doctors, educators, professors, engineers, professionals are leaving, and with big numbers, and many of them will not return. Will never return once they establish themselves there. A country in which I was born, and I was raised, and I established a family, and studied here. Really painful and sad what is happening to Lebanon.